I think I just played the worst games of Die Death in my entire life. Like, I didn't know the quality of life playing this game could get this low, so I just had to make a video on it. So in this video I'll be showcasing a few games, starting with arguably the worst one that I really hope SUPERSTRIKE fixed. Like, I'm hoping this message right here means he fixed this bug. Starting off, the gameplay looks pretty normal. You know, I'm just walking to the survivor spawns, and very quickly you'll see that something's wrong. So firstly, everyone's movement is choppy, and then we have Mr. Speedy Cowboy over here just running at Mach 10. Now this game, I think I was watching a server like decay in real time, because as the match went on, the desync and hitboxes just got worse. People start phasing through walls. It was just horrible. About now is when I realized that something is clearly not right, so I check my ping to think, hey, maybe it's my fault. Maybe my internet just decided to act up today. No, I'm at 40 to 50 ping. This is like very good ping for a Roblox game. Now, for the second game here, I was playing when the stuttering problem was very much prevalent. So you can see like virtually every other player in the server was just moving at 2 frames per second. Now this also happened at the first game, but the first game was everyone was phasing through walls, which was rare. This is just like literally everyone saw this for a point in time yesterday, so I'm also going to take this time to share some thoughts about the hitboxes in Die of Death, because I know that's a pretty big topic right now. Are the hitboxes fair? What did SUPERSTRIKE do with the hitboxes a few days ago? I'm going to share my thoughts on it, and my personal take on the hitboxes are they're great. They're great currently, they're great as they were on the release of the Fashionably Late update, because my vision of a good hitbox should be if the killer is near you as a survivor, like if they've caught up to you, they shouldn't miss. And this very much comes from Dead by Daylight, because in Dead by Daylight, if you caught up to a survivor, you genuinely have to try to miss. You have to try to flick your camera into a wall to just hit, like, to collect 10 brick or something. And like when I saw SUPERSTRIKE basically reduce the velocity of like your hitboxes that patch, I knew the community reaction would not be good, because that is like the last thing I want to do. It's very important in asym games for your killer gameplay to feel smooth, whether it be compromising the survivor gameplay a tiny bit, like that's always worth it. Because if your asym game has choppy or like just poor killer gameplay experience, your asym game is not gonna do good. One of the worst feelings is probably like just following behind a survivor. You see them on your screen, you see they're right in front of you, you're swinging and your hitbox is just not there. It's behind you, or it's like, you know, it just chose to not spawn in or something. That's the worst feeling. It's way less problematic on the survivor side if they get hit a little bit further than usual. Like if they get hit and their hitbox is a tiny bit behind them, or even moderately behind them, like you can play around that. You can know what the killer sees on their screen and play around what they see, you know. But the killer can't look at the survivor that's on their screen in front of them, swing and like just not hit them. That they can't play around, because then you're basically predicting where the survivor actually is and just swing at thin air. If you have to go in front of the survivor to hit them, that is a huge problem. So like, if you ask me what I do with the hitboxes currently, like I just literally tell SUPERSTRIKE, hey man, don't change anything, your game is totally fine. But unfortunately the player count says something otherwise, so SUPERSTRIKE will probably have to do something in order to keep his game afloat, which kind of sucks because a few weeks from now, the hitboxes are probably going to be somewhat gutted for killer again, and then I'm going to have to do this whole, oh my god, I hate the hitboxes rant again, and yeah, Christ. But yet again, my takes might be biased, because I pretty much play asym games just to play killer. Yes, survivor gameplay optimization is important, but I can deal with most of the issues that are relating to hitboxes and survivors currently. Basically, my main point is if you make the power roll, which is a killer, feel weak, your game will fail, which is gutting the hitboxes. Now in this final game here, you're just gonna see a hacker, very basic stuff. He was just invisible the whole round. He was like under the ground. I can see him with aura reading. And his hitbox was actually on the surface though, but he was invisible, so there's no way I could kill him. And you'll see him in last man standing. I just kind of stand there in defeat. There was nothing I can do. Oh, and finally, I did end up getting the spec-tater achievement, which is win Fry Bomber without getting tagged once. I'll just show the game here because why not.